So, what do you think? Can you...
Yeah, it's so nice. The steam is warm too.
The first time I came to the hot springs, there was no calming effect whatsoever. I was such a little ball of energy, the moment my parents looked away, I ran off to the high-temperature pools. It was actually pretty funny looking back on it. They were absolutely frantic, looking for me all over, until finally they saw my head slowly poke out from under the water. I was too young to remember the whole ordeal, but my parents told me all about it. A natural-born swimmer, my mother called me. Just like her, I taught myself how to dive underwater the first time I ever went swimming. So feel free to go for a swim. I'll be right here if you need rescuing.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Auntie Atea, you really came to check on us?
Of course, and I'm glad you listened. I brought you all some milk and snacks. The temperature in the artificial springs isn't too high, so I went with Source crackers and grain.
Oh, thank you. These are good.
Well, I did make them myself. Very few young people know how to truly appreciate hot springs, so listen carefully. The temperature of the hot spring not only determines the type of snacks you should choose, but also the amount of time you should spend in the water. To bathe in a hot spring is to completely empty your mind. As such, swimming around the pool is incredibly disruptive and impolite.
Hey!
All right, looks like you were able to adapt to the temperature, no problem. You should be able to switch to the nat. Well, I've got to get going. Oh, and make sure you drink your milk. I'm looking at you. That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not.
Okay.
Paimon didn't think you were the type to do something like that.
I remember thinking I'd totally get away with it too. But turns out milk is pretty easy to spot when you pour it in. Some people get dizzy if they stay in here too long. You guys all right?
Paimon's fine, just a bit stuffed.
Looks like you two are naturals. Oh, by the way, I have to leave you on your own for a little while this afternoon. I'm gonna help the others fix up that abandoned spring. I certainly don't trust their aesthetic tastes. Who knows what will become of the place if I leave them unattended? In exchange, though, I can recommend a couple of shops that are worth a visit. Huh?
Yeah, she brought us snacks and taught us about the hot springs. We want to do our part too. Friends are supposed to help each other out. We'd feel bad otherwise.
Well then, the more the merrier. All right, we should get going. Let's organize the best hot spring gathering Natlan's ever seen.
Mulani! Wait, you brought our guests too?
We're here to help.
But you're important guests. We can't put you to work.
All right. Stop trying to out-polite each other, would you? The sooner we get this party started, the sooner we get to enjoy the real party. Now, where to start? Looks like the water outlet is... Ooh, those boxes in the corner need to be thrown out as well. Also, someone needs to go out and get some cloth, wood, and decorations. Oh, and snacks, too. I say we get enough for 20 or 30 people.
I'm not good at haggling. Why don't you?
Hey, I'm not any better, and I wouldn't even know what to buy. How about...
Yeah, that works, too. I can introduce you to all the shops while... Hey there, Yellowpath.
Well, if it isn't Mulani, back from the pilgrimage.
That's right. Didn't make the cut this year, though.
Well, it wouldn't be a competition if everyone got to win. So what'll it be today?
Here, it's all on the list. Quite a sizable order, as you can see. So, can we expect a discount?
Wow, that is a large order. What's it all for? A party?
That's right. Keep this between us for now, but...
Wait, you're saying she can go in the hot springs again? That's great news! How about this?
Come on, I know you can sweeten the deal. That pile of wood's been sitting there since I left for the pilgrimage. At this rate, you need to get rid of it or it's gonna go moldy.
All right. Such a handful.
Wow, that was amazing, Mulani.
All in a day's work. By the way, Yellowpath,
Interested? They won't come cheap.
I'm not planning to haggle this time, I promise. Package them separately, would you? Nope. Kachina likes shiny little trinkets, so whenever I come across something like that, I always buy it. I'll hold on to them for now. It'll be a nice little surprise for her when she returns victorious from battle.
All right, that should be everything. If you could just double check, make sure.
Let me see. Huh? What's this creative?
That's on the house. 7 years ago, when the Abyss attacked our tribe, Atea saved my brother's life. She never asked for anything in return, but I could never forget what she did for my family that day. So, send her my regards, would you? And have fun!
Oh, we will. It's gonna be a party to remember. Thanks a lot, Yellowfat. Well, that's our shopping done. Let's head back. We're back. How's everything going? Wow, this place cleaned up nice. You got the water unblocked too.
I would hope so. We spent all day clearing out debris from the bottom of the spring. Did you guys get everything?
Oh, we brought back tons of stuff. We set it down near the cave-in.
All right then, roll up your sleeves, everyone, and let's get back to work.
Actually, why don't you two take a break? I'll handle it from here. Traveler, So, I was brainstorming on the way over, and I'm thinking we could draw something on the wall over here, and the snacks and drinks can go over there. So, what do you think? Not bad, right?
It looks amazing. I had no idea you were...
Well, I'm usually the one in charge of the family store, so I'm pretty good at things like renovation and organization. Not to mention, this was totally a group effort. Still, I didn't expect it to take quite this long. Guess it's too late to invite Auntie Atea over, huh?
Yeah, tonight's definitely not gonna work. Chief Amina set up those patrols to guard against the Abyss, and Atea volunteered. So she's on watch tonight.
I see. Well, guess the surprise... This could actually be a good thing. She can relieve all the exhaustion... Well, let's call it a day then. Traveler, Paimon, you must be tired too. Come on, I'll take you to the inn. All right, this is it. Get a good night's sleep, okay?
Yep, good night! Paimon's exhausted. Anyway, we need to be well rested for the party tomorrow, so let's head inside.
Why now?
Traveler, Paimon, wake up!
Mualani? What's going on?
It's the Abyss. Our patrols are trying to drive them back as we speak. Come with me. I'll take you...
Mualani, a little help over here. We can't hold them back much longer.
One moment. I'll be right there. Really? That's perfect. I've been waiting for the chance to fight by your side. Hang in there. We're here to help.
Bow your head.
Thank you.
I'm all right. Go help the others.
I almost died.
most of the monsters over here. Looks like we're still in for a long night, though. We still have no idea where the... Let's go ask Amina. She'll have a better handle on the situation. Amina!
Oh, it's you three. Thank you for helping clear out those. We were prepared for an attack, but we didn't have enough people to prevent them from breaking through our defenses.
Where'd they come from this time?
The east side. We've pinpointed the position of an abyssal pylon.
An abyssal pylon? What's that?
A kind of gate created by the Abyss. One that allows monsters from the Night Kingdom to enter the physical world. The only way to end the attack is to destroy the pylon as soon as possible. Otherwise, the end...
Exactly. That's what I'm most concerned about. Their numbers suggest there might even be multiple pylons in the area.
All right, we'll go seal off the one to the east. Traveler, Paimon, can I count on...
Of course! We can't just sit back and do nothing.
On behalf of the people of the Springs, you have my thanks. We're counting on you.
Let's go. There's no time to lose.
Let's ride!
Settle down! Thank goodness you were here. The tide's beckoning now.
Thank you so much.
Shower me with praise!
Settle down!
Bullets! Need a surfboard?
Let's shred, Sharky!
Slip, slide,
Carving waves! Lonnie, is that the pylon?
That's it, all right. Come on, let's get rid... this thing. Slide! Red! Need a surfboard?
Out of the way or get blown away!
The pylon! It's over there! Hurry!
Woohoo! Let's ride! Epic wave! Let the world come alive!
Bow your head. Huh! Let the mighty be humbled.
Whew! That should...
I don't see any more monsters, so Looks like...
Do these attacks happen a lot? Must be hard on your tribe.
Yeah, it makes things hard sometimes, but that's how our ants... Besides, the Abyss doesn't care how difficult our lives are. Come on, we should head back. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there something over there?
You're right. Mualani, look! They're coming from that... Wait, that area looks kind of familiar.
What? How unlucky can we get? We just finished the renovation. We probably don't have any reinforcements over there, so it's up to us.
Huh? Seems like the monsters are decreasing in number.
Come on, everyone! Keep it up!
Springboard!
Boom! Right here! Clear the area! Ateya, what are you doing here? Where's the...
Where do you think? If I'm here, means that thing... I was in a hurry, so it's not my best work. You should check if I'll...
Stop talking for now. That wound looks bad.
Is this the right area? Hello? Anyone there? Mulani and Ateya.
Ateya took care of it, but she's injured. Quick, someone get a...
All right, stop fussing. Don't you think I know my own limits? The main thing is they didn't destroy anything. This is a beautiful hot spring, by the way.
Wait, no. This was meant to be a surprise.
Ateya!
You think I couldn't tell you were avoiding me on purpose? Not one of you stopped to say hello today. It couldn't be more obvious that you were hiding something. And you, Mualani, were you the one that brought the snacks? How many times have I told you, you have to choose them based on the temperature of the water?
Oh, forget about that. The doctor's almost here, and you're gonna get all better. Then we can have a meal together, and I'll help you make whatever you want, okay?
The impurities and the elemental energy we embody repel each other.
What? The crystal has been purified?
The anguish he feels has brought him to tears. I also came across a teardrop crystal. Can you purify it?
Ateya! Ateya! Wait, what do you mean? What is this? Some sort of purification? The abyss...
How can that be?
I never knew that was even possible.
Ateya!
The mark of the abyss.
Yes, thanks to the Traveler. By the way, Traveler, are you all right? I just saw you purify abyssal power from Ateya's body. That didn't injure you in any way, did it? You're sure? Good. Good.
Thank goodness.
You scared us all half to death just now.
All right, everyone, head back and get some rest. We'll meet here tomorrow. We'll celebrate Ateya's recovery and our triumph over the Abyss. And most importantly, we'll show the Traveler and Paimon how grateful we are for their aid. Let's make it an occasion to remember.
Got it!
Got any other secret powers I should know about? But seriously, you really came through for us tonight, so thank you.
Paimon almost forgot you had that ability. You used it back in Mondstadt to cleanse Dvalin's tears, didn't you? That was some quick thinking, Traveler. Huh? You look like something's bothering you.
Abyssal power still exists within her body. Immersing herself in hot water would accelerate the corrosion.
We think Auntie Atea's illness has taken a turn for the better.
She could never come into contact with hot water before, and now she's visiting the hot springs every night. I mean, it's pretty up.
Hello? Traveler! Maybe you can zone out some other time because Paimon can barely keep her eyes open. Right here!
Not interested in hanging out with the other kids? Snacks not to your taste? Hot spring temperature too high? None of the above, huh? I heard you were the one who cleansed the abyssal power yesterday. I was hoping to keep it a secret for a few more days. Didn't want to ruin the celebrations and all.
Who? Me?
Yes, you. Come on. Let's go.
Hey, where are you going?
Just going to get some air. It's too noisy in here. You have fun. We'll be right back. Oh, and there are extra snacks in that box over there if they need replenishing. Bake them all.
All right, sounds great.
Mualani,
Yeah?
you've gotten so tall. You know that. Feels like just yesterday you were that rambunctious kid. Tell me, how are your parents?
They're away on business. Seriously, Atea, what's going on? Traveler, did something happen? Both of you seem a little off today.
I guess I should explain. I wasn't visiting the hot springs because I was getting better. And that pylon yesterday, I didn't go face it by myself because I was reckless or too anxious to wait for reinforcements. It's because my body isn't going to last much longer. Your friend saved my life in that cave. And because of that, I got to enjoy this celebration with you all. The hot springs. I'm just trying to enjoy them for as long as I have left.
Oh.
Mualani?
That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not. That's what you said back at the artificial spring. I had a bad feeling then, but I didn't want it to be true. I wanted to believe you were actually recovering.
You want to know something? Recovery, death, to me, but you've never been resurrected, so you might not understand. But Death and I, we're old pals by now. I lived with regret for a long time. Regret that my illness meant I could no longer take. But yesterday, I was finally able to let go of that regret. Not only because I found the strength to fight the abyss, even at the end of my life, but because seeing you out there, it made me realize that I don't need to worry about our tribe or our nation's future. Even if I was never injured, old age would still take me one day. Just remember, whether in life or death, I am always with you.
I understand. Seems like you've given this a lot of thought, Atea. I'll do everything in my power to protect our tribe, our nation, and live up to the example you—
Good. Oh, and if any of you have the chance to meet with the Archon, could you give this to her for me? A talisman I've carried with me my whole life. It may seem strange to say while I'm still alive, but it's brought me good fortune in battle. Even after I became too sick to fight. Just tell her it embodies fond memories and my strength of will.
Don't worry. We'll make sure she gets it.
All right. That's all I wanted to say. Let's head back to the party.
Traveler, Atea, Mualani! If you don't hurry up, there won't be any snack.
Excuse me, what did I say about bathing in the hot springs on a full stomach? Hey, are you listening to me? Life is a journey in which there's no turning back. So forge ahead and don't hold back. As per our contract.
More companions! Hooray!
Be sanctified. Settle down.
The fuse is lit! I'm just way out of practice.
We're way behind.
Fire hazard! Burned too brightly.
Bow your head. Let the mighty be humbled.
No touching.
Born of ice and frost.
Next on the agenda.
D-Luke of Mondstadt. Not interested in idle chit-chat. If you have things you want to get done, let me know.
behind schedule. There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then. Next on the agenda... Perhaps whoever left these behind was also fulfilling a contract. Next on the agenda...
This is long overdue.
Silence! Be sanctified. Don't mind if I do! Bow your head.
No touching.
Come on! Show me Let's do this then! Settle down!
We're way behind schedule. Born of ice and frost.
Let's hope this. Put up a good fight. Bow your head. Show me your courage. Time beckon. your teeth! Settle down.
Access denied. Blaze over.
Right here! Drilling down!
Bow your head. Silence! Settle down! Let the mighty be humble! Silence!
Born of ice and frost. For Rex Lapis! I'm a little low on energy. No touching.
Bow your head. Be sanctified. Doma! If I do! Silence!
Access denied. We're way behind schedule.
We're way behind schedule.
No touching.
Bow your head. An oversight on my part. Let the mighty be humbled. Silence!
Scatter!
Right here. Get back!
Germinate!
Bow your head.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm.
Feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The Abyss kind of threw a... Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation. The Kaholosaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Their bellies are super bouncy. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs, so not much has changed since we first met her.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area is so nice.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch. Fresh fish is absolutely delicious right off the grill.
Hey, Mualani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Kachina fell in battle. But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the Rite of Resurrection will be held in the stadium.
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time.
Exactly. She deserves...
All right, thanks for letting me know. What? Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there.
Mualani, you said the Abyss was cunning just now, but think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't it make more sense to send them to a, not that Paimon wants them to be in any more danger.
Relax, I get it. The Abyss is difficult to understand, that's for sure. At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. The Abyss isn't a living entity after all, but through our long history of fighting the Abyss, we've realized 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded Tevat. You know about that, right? That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time. But and Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe. Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of We now believe the Abyss has invaded the Night Kingdom, and has the capacity to read the memory.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning. Almost like it knows you inside and out.
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it, even after all this time. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various Pyro Archons we've had over the years. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed.
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Every battle, Every sacrifice is in pursuit of a future where we get to stop fighting. Responsibility, duty, unavoidable burden. Everyone in Natlan views the war differently, but I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will become a story for the ages. To think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? Be my guest. Heroes are always welcome in Natlan. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can wait until Kachina's back with us. The sea's not going...
How about this?
Silence!
Take a seat. You're pretty good.
Born of ice and frost.
Let's finish this next time.
Full speed ahead!
Settle down!
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
Let's hope we put up a good fight.
The tides beckon.
Forget it.
Bow your head.
Tour's over.
Is this an answer from this world?
Come on, what's this? Show me your courage.
Settle down. Let the mighty be humble. Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now.
Whoa, this place is packed already.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. It's their moment of glory. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kanich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it.
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got some tricks up his sleeve, by the way. He's just as strong as Kachina made him out to be.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, let's go somewhere higher up so Kachina can spot us.
Warriors of Natlan, heed the call of life. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What?
What does that even mean?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the...
What's going on? This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the likes of them.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have even gone, or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve Maybe the YUB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No, she's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared she might feel, she's always the... We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies to prevent further casualties. I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon.
I didn't mean it that way.
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish, but now's your chance. You have concerns? State them.
No, of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. So much...
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not...
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friend sooner, you should... So, what do you say?
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat. Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the investigation. Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there are no further questions...
Did she just ask us to come?
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know...
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss, of doing her part to defend Natlan. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon, whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends? Or her murderers?
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that peace of mind if I could. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
You mean?
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, but if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks.
If we compare the two choices, Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you. And unlike Kanich, I dare say it's not a simple case of weighing up which course of action is less painful, is it?
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the—
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring myself to—
And that is the crux of the problem. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the Sacred Flame to keep the Abyss at bay. I understand your anger, Mualani, but I hope that provided some clarity, at least.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon—
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier, and I'm sorry.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would—
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige. With fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious—
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect. Your sense of self will be devoured, until eventually you become one with the Sea of Souls. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup. I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger Kachina is currently—
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these you can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not—
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her.
That I failed to protect her during our campaign. But I can make it up to her now.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you and the Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position with. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person.
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls? Can we?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there, however, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly won't leave you be.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So, Paimon's the only one who's scared? Well...
Lali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wyab. We call it the Spirit Speaker Stone. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs, but that spiritual quality also means it can be used to search for an ancient name.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think I'd be hearing about it again so soon.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage are what... Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only focus on one thing at a time, after all. Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's high... Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some music.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to give this to you. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will. That's what she asked us to tell you.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. Like, if things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all. But don't worry. This talisman means a great deal to me. I'll take good care of it, and once this is all over, I'll pay Atea a visit.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of Contending Fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of Contending Fire is far from the gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive as things stand. The pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan, and Kachina's disappearance and...
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution. But you
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifice. Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred...
You mean?
Yes. Come with me. The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability. So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my power.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient—
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wyab have already embarked on their destined path. It is for all we can do is support them.
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice, it's not right.
If not me, then who? No other is capable of sustaining the sacred flame. I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us, let our blades do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much—
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goal, but I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being—
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not prepared, we're done.
No. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken. Besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came to his rescue just—
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak—
Of course, I'll head out right now. Do you still intend to—
Yes, but fear not. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its art. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name.
Okay, let's just keep climbing. I'm on... What can you tell us about the scions of the canopy?
The tribespeople are very adventurous.
Oh, kinda like us then!
I'm not so sure. You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The scions of the canopy are a bunch of thrill seekers. They love extreme sports. Or even bungee jumping without a rope while a Yunkasaur stands at the edge and uses its tongue to catch them. Sound like something you'd be interested in?
Okay, that does sound different from our usual adventures. Paimon's not doing any of that. She can just cheer you on from the sidelines.
That's Wyna, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Wyna. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it.
Whoa, hold on a second. At least tell me why you need it first.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to...
Rescue her? From the Night Kingdom?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior, the nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do is focus on how to...
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day. If Kachina's still holding on, then so will I.
I thought you might...
Is something wrong, Wyna? Life isn't complete without taking risks. That's always been your mom.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a danger. If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe.
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the Flower Feather Clan, Chaska?
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people called. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes. I'll introduce, but let's get back to business.
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river. In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river. But the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman, experienced enough to steer it in the right direction.
We couldn't do that ourselves?
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent. If you want to make sure this works, though, I could recommend someone to you.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek.
Vichama?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Emotional support is important.
admiring the scenery from the cliff. Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How's that? No, if you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place. But...
Are you okay?
Everything's fine. I'll help. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that...
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all the same to you.
That's not a problem. We agree to your request.
Yeah.
Then we're agreed. Can I have a look at the stone? I see. From what I can tell, once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator.
Wow, you got all that just from looking?
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named... I'll go find an open area and start setting things.
We'll go right away. What?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh,
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient?
by creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom.
Oh, I see. What?
Right. I need two chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient name, normally you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes. But I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe.
Gotcha!
All right, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're... Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Lena spoke highly of you. That means you're trustworthy.
I appreciate it, even though that doesn't mean much to me anymore. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to rush. I'll see you in a bit.
What an odd guy. He seemed so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Let's just focus on the preparations for now. Hang on, Kachina.
watch your footing. In the sky, too, while we're at it. Watch your footing. In the sky, too, while we're at it. Watch your footing. And the sky, too, while we're at it.
No one can catch me. Hello. Do you have any hook ropes for sale?
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your whole stock?
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see. That would be 30,000 mora in total.
Deal.
Wait, really?
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible.
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. All right.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Vichama mentioned.
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale right over there.
Perfect. Is that the only one, though? We had...
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here, and we'll see what we can find.
Thank you so much.
Relax. Everything's going...
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about his friend. Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the Night Kingdom, she...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady.
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000 mora for both. Here you go. By the way, I heard you mention Vichama just now. How's he doing? Malco's been gone for...
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night. but I don't know all the details. But Malko was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit, while Vichama excelled at scouting and analyzing the battlefield. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage and were placed, but on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss in his condition. Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. It's just... Malko and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded anyone. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything. Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. I've tried convincing him to move forward, to stop... The Abyss has caused so much suffering, and some wounds never heal. Anyway...
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to... As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name, and then you... Go ahead. After Malko fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have warned them not to advance. I've always blamed myself for what happened. But when you told me about Kachina, I realized there's a chance Malko might...
But that happened several years ago. The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom eventually becomes one with the Sea of Souls.
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malko and I promised each other, even if... All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of Kachina's ancient name. If you see any fragments scattered around the area, please... Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom.
Golden thing. Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
I'm not scared. I was just caught off guard.
Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone!
This is long overdue.
Silence! Bow your head.
Spring forth! Access denied.
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close. Take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the
abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the abyss is strong.
This power.
Hanging in there?
Malco. No! Why can't I fight?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone, Mualani.
I already tried, but the power of the abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's tied to the stone with it.
In that case, we have no choice. Get back!
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked like the spirit speaker's stone was...
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it was to destroy it. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while.
Give us a heads up next time, will you?
I thought I said to get...
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflexes, Chaska. We were this close to getting dragged into the
Okay, I'll be more...
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malco's ancient name. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very... And now... It's too late to save him.
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just...
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama?
Huh? This is...
Hey, Malco. Got any strength?
Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words.
Too bad. No one will get to... I never thought I'd actually die on this mission.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then. My parents died a long time. Pisak. Always had to beat me at it. Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will get to hear our last words. Vichama. I'm so glad you didn't come with. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Was that a memory?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice again, it makes me unbelievable. But it also brings with it an even deeper pain.
A deeper pain?
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory just now, his hands were shaking, and his smile was forced. For all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the end. And now I know...
Vichama.
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wina wasn't really on... When you asked for my help, I hesitated too. I knew helping you find your friend's ancient name meant leading you one step, but I also understood why you had to try. Everyone has regrets in life. But not everyone gets... Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, we might as well choose the braver path from the very beginning. If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front lines no matter what. Even with that way, even if the outcome stayed the same, I still would have fought along. There are critical junctures in life, and if you don't, that's something I had to learn in hindsight. But you're still at the crossroads of your journey, so...
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more determined now. Kachina will come back to us. I'll make sure of it. I promised I would find her, and I intend to keep that promise.
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though the Traveler possesses powers of purification, thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotions should help you keep the symptoms in check.
That does make me feel better. You seem
Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Let's get Vichama back to his and apologize for destroying the Spirit Speaker Stone. We had no choice, though, so he'll
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that?
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Waina. I can hear it in your voice.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with you two. They're back.
Koichi? What are you...
Don't play dumb with your own sister. You know exactly why I'm here. My apologies, everyone. I just need to borrow Chaska for a few minutes.
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story. It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. The Abyss found that strength of will pushed her to survive, but it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually...
For some reason, Paimon can
well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her.
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. But, you know, kid, eventually she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now she's who people call to resolve conflicts. She's known as the Peacemaker. It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though. Don't siblings usually stop fighting when they get older?
That's partly my fault. Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything.
Oh, I get it. No wonder you tried to talk us out of going to the Night King.
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young, because by the time you're my age, you couldn't attempt something like that even if you wanted to. Better try now than... Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to sit back and let a loved one put their life on the line.
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have...
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it...
Well, technically I am going abroad, right?
Again with the excuses! We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level... But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4...
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there with...
You bought off Uncle Waina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything...
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you...
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to...
This is important. If you were in my shoes...
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a dangerous...
All right, whatever.
What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you
Time out. Is this one of our normal arguments or serious?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
Then... you need to know something. What happened to Kachina was partially my fault.
But the person you become when you lose control...
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as their morals.
I've also told you that managing your condition...
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat.
Koichi!
So, you're really going to go, no matter what I say?
Then support me. I'll be back.
So, that's it.
You two are something else.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister. You're tough kids.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right. If you're done with the Spirit Speaker Stone, you might as well hand it over. According to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial artifact.
If only Tone Deaf Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh? I see. Sounds like it was an urgent situation. Still, Citlali's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay?
You have finished this fast!
Be sanctified.
Good show.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now.
Got something you want to say? All right, you asked for it!
Here comes another.
You touching.
This was new.
Good show.
I'll
keep this close.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage?
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one else can know, or we're asking for trouble. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't still. All you need to do is focus on your goal.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
There's no need to be so modest, Dion-san. Your incredible strength.
Archon, I'm sorry about before.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's
Good eye.
Whoa. I've never seen this place before.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In Natlan, everyone and physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own Now, I still have some preparations to make for this. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about its origins.
All right, we'll have a look. Whoa, that belt is bigger than Paimon's head!
The Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding competitions and contests of strength. The association with strength might also have been the reason the original belt was extremely heavy. And even if a warrior had the strength to put it on, wearing it for any length of time would...
Sounds like it.
So the owner of the original belt, Kitera, commissioned a craftsman to make a copy identical in appearance but far lighter in weight. He would often wear this version when training in order to protect his waist.
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time and show it off. Hey, there's a fishing rod here. It must have belonged to the people of the...
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisher. He and I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular kind of giant fish and his meticulous plan to catch. In his eyes, I saw a hunger and a strong fighting spirit. To him, the sea was the battlefield upon which he...
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he was covered in scars. It turned out the fish he sought, he managed to kill the fish, but sustained a serious injury. Can a fisherman claim victory if he fails to bring back his catch.
Well, Paimon thinks he won.
That was my answer as well. The experience was far more valuable than the prize. In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste.
Wait, that means you also know how to fish.
Maybe we can go head-to-head sometime.
This is Atea's
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already. Atea was rarely ever with...
There are so many jars.
No, those belong to... to communicate with the Night Kingdom and the Wyab. Yamaya is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even though she appears stoic, the tools you see here are quite traditional. Her students found them outdated. The contents of the jars aren't all that special. Oh,
Ooh, must be something really cool. What's it?
Grape juice.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although probably expired by now.
Make sure to handle everything with care. This
flower looks like it's thriving. You must be good at taking care of plants, Archon.
This fishing basket look.
Whoa, this weapon is huge! Which
That weapon belonged to Tenoch, a hero from 500 years ago. That's because even before the disaster with the Abyss broke out, he had already been
exiled.
It was a punishment imposed out of necessity, but he accepted it all. When the Abyss attacked, the tribes found themselves in urgent need of a powerful... He united the 6 tribes and accomplished great... Ultimately, he perished. And because he had already lost his ancient name, and so he was laid to rest, alongside the countless...
Wow, he sounds...
Indeed, even now, his story... The powder still needs some time to settle. Well, what do you think of my collection?
Yeah, if each item represents a different story. See, does every item hold a special memory?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of time?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or predict the future. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth.
At once?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your... Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. They become part of who you are. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack... Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future, They simply call it by a
That does kinda make sense.
Humanity excels at living in the present. But too often we forget the past, while the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future. Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the Divine Throne, namely a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends, in addition, the Sacred Flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land.
So, it all comes down to the power of the Divine Throne and the... Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes, that's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to...
Your sister is so cute! It looks like... Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before.
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain...
It's all right. I'd never get upset. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see them. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and he would sit on a blanket. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians you were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end...
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that...
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be...
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many... Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Ian-san, place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina, are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you...
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyup is being affected by the Abyss. I was waiting for the Wyup to send me back, but then this really strong monster, the Wyup, saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us. We'll be there shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you.
I'm really scared still. I don't want you to put yourselves in danger.
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits now.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time—
I know.
All right. Then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very that face you just made.
No, I just feel bad for—
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the—
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that—
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you—
That won't—
I hope not. Be careful out there. I'll observe the situation from here.
As you wish.
So we're underneath Natland right now? It looks nothing like Pine.
That's because in the distant past, Natland was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had their—
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time. But with the recent increase in Abyss activity, the installations around here have somehow been—
So what you're saying is, we're not in—
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on.
Why are you all laughing like that? It's creepy.
It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in, right?
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our way.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natland's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much faster to just focus on what's good for you.
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
I must leave no glaze over.
Settle down.
Born of ice and frost.
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Leave it all to me.
Bow your head. Let the mighty be humble. Silence!
We're Wakeborn of Ice and Frost. This is long overdue. We must leave no...
The tides beckon.
Settle down!
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about. The one ripped open by the Abyss.
Yes.
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different from what I imagined.
That overflow of energy is
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we...
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Well,
Do you see that patch of light on...
Paimon's more all that...
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer...
That's it? Right. We still got a job to do.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility...
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect...
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker's stone hadn't become corrupted, but we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in...
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend by your side.
Exactly. That may not... You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me. Be careful. This place has been
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way. Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Might be humble.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind. It was probably.
Don't scare Paimon like that!
I heard it too. It was.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harm.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey? You made it! Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters. Good idea. Let's...
Steady as stone.
Bow your head.
You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. That monster can appear from anywhere. The Y-Up's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight. Atta girl. You did so well. And most importantly...
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the Y-Up with... I can't exactly put it into words, but... something...
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyab can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and but if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of...
Still, we can't just leave the Wyab to suffer.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Nothing. Just a headache. Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for
No, I'm fine. I don't plan on let's just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the Wyab, not because we have something to prove. You don't have anything to prove either.
All right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
We've already come all this way.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I don't have much time left. So go. Achieve your goal.
Thank you forever.
You're a true hero.
Thank you. No one fights alone.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk. I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
Leave it all to me. Someone needs assistance.
Wyab! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyab, can you... So we were right. The contamination is already too... Alright, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him.
You killed...
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying, you may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will be... No. The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captive. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of... That is the tragedy of your short ancient names. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything... Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm not alone anymore.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power, but you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand—
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down? The power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our decision to stand together and fight!
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you?
There aren't many in Natlin who can beat it.
From the ash to the power of flame!
Woohoo! Amazing! Check this out! That's the one! Right here! Carving wind!
Of the future! What a small price to pay! Hear the inferno!
Ho! Let's ride!
The fate of this world is already...
We won! We actually won!
That's what he gets for underestimating you two.
Fantastic work, Kachina! Absolutely fantastic! This makes me so...
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable!
Huh? My ancient name is... glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me!
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait, does that...
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun with... Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, it took years' worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering for me to understand that for myself. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone. Only then will we have the power to defeat the... Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who...
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlin from its...
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone, its blaze will become one with our vision for Natlin. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
What's wrong, Moalani?
So many... So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure...
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on...